39-yard line. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense. They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Roger.
Keenum now on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Le'Veon Bell, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have taken the early lead. But this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Green 80.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Lorenzo Alexander in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. From midfield, here's Bortles. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
11.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Micah Hyde. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here you go, boy. Mary left. 22. 22.
Now a first down throw. Keenum. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down. Now, keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It's called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in there, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Going deep for Benjamin, and that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Travis Benjamin, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Bills will extend their lead. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket and wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
He's got this one complete to Perriman. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first. Down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Bortles to throw once more. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Josh Lambo now for the point after. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that'll make our score 14-7. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. Now Jones. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
All right. Go, doctor.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. 20, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Hauschka with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes to...
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Kyle Williams able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Shotgun now for Bortles. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on 3rd down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass.
Lucy. 372.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
380.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
11B.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. The 20. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Only 4 yards on that gain, but, you know, a lot of people would say that's like getting 9 in normal circumstances since this was 1st and 5.
Yeah, now your playbook's wide open here, 2nd and very short.
Yeah, I still don't think that you can count it in the stats that way at contract time.
No, it still goes down as 4, not 9. Bortles now to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Flush to his right. Caught here by Bell. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Brandon, sometimes we give a lot of these running backs credit for being good receivers, and all they catch are swings and screens. Le'Veon Bell's a full member of the passing game for the Pittsburgh Steelers, whether he's split out of the backfield or not.
Well, no doubt he can catch it, coming off a career-high 85 receptions in 2017. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
To throw on 2nd down is Keenum. Looking downfield for Jones. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Roger.
Working from the gun, Keenum. And he's got his man. It's the tight end play. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Keenum. Goes underneath for Bell. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing again is Keenum. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum going deep for Benjamin. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Travis Benjamin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. Raymond now on the return. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Coleman has it here right side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
380.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Steps away to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
11B. 372.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. Bortles now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to Buffalo after this.
Hey, 54, Ricky.
On 1st down, Bortles. Buying time to his left. Powers past him at midfield. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
11B.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Safarian Jenkins has it. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Lucy. So right. 372.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Here we go. Hank.
Bortles now on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the second. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Austin Safarian Jenkins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
This is Bell on the dump-off. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, we're good. All right. No doctor. On 53.
Shotgun snap for Keenum. Forced out to his left. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well.
22. Hey, orange arm.
On 1st and 10, here's Keenum escaping the pressure right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, go Roger. Jam.
On 2nd and 10, Keenum. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. Going deep for his tight end Clay. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on 1st down. So after the INT, it's Bortles. Incomplete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Lucy. Lucy. 372.
Bortles now on 1st down. Shark's got it left side. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just... And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath. Now Jones. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Keenum. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Dancing to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, Frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
380. 380. Run left. Run left. Run left.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The defensive tackle Kyle Williams there for the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
380.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Being chased out left. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose, and the Bills have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore. And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Now this time Bortles will throw. This is Coleman with the ground. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Punch right, punch right, punch right.
From the gun, it's Bortles. That one complete. He finds Shark. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now he's flushed out left. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
11.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check. Green 80. Hank.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense.
Hey, let's go.
A give to Bell. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing is Keenum. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun. Keenum goes underneath for Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability, they want them on their team.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. To throw on 2nd down is Keenum. Benjamin with it over the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Hey, go, Roger. Motion. 3, hot.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it with Bell. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Well, they deemed it 4 down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, Keenum. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Down, down. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. The give is to Bell. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Raymond now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The result, a first down as a quick slant gets him 14. Now Bortles, flush to his right. Now he's going to throw. It's caught inside the 25.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
380, 380, 372.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Lucy.
Again, it's Bortles. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Bortles, he's going to go up top for the end zone. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Roger.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Niles Paul, the intended target. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Jam. Check.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Keenum to throw on 2nd down. This is Bell on the dump off. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Again, it's Bell. Spins by. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now Bell. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Bills will extend their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Bortles will try again on 2nd down. Open man right side is Shark. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. Corey Coleman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Bills. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
And it really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what. Will be an important 3rd down. Keenum now to throw. He sets to fire deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Lucy.
Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
372. Lucy.
He'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Bortles to the former Jets, Safarian Jenkins for the Jags first down. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. A good pickup there, a 22. First down now, but that clock rolling. Well, they have had no answer for this connection all night long.
Hey, you just have to think, in a 2-minute situation, that's got to be a concentration lap. You know they're going to go back to him with the game that he's been having.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
11B.
He's back to throw. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. And that one falls incomplete. And now, look at the clock. Only 7 seconds remain. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, 54, Ricky.
Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Star Latulippe able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for Buffalo, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they fall to defeat for the 2nd time this season. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.